Welcome back to Under Oath. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman, your host. Today we have Rosalee Mayeux, actress, model, stand-up comedian, award-winning writer. How you doing, Rosalee?
Thank you so much for that. I'm just going to have to take you everywhere with me.
I don't know if I could open for you. I mean, I'm like going, it's always interesting for me when I also do stand-up, so I'm actually flying out tonight to do a casino in Michigan. But I always wonder who the best audience for everybody is. And my audience, I would say, it was between 45 and 65 is the perfect audience for me. Now, if you had to pick your perfect audience, what do you think it would be?
Oh, that's funny. At first I was thinking I wouldn't appeal to really young audiences. But everybody's got a mom.
Yeah.
Everybody's got parents that they are mad at. And so, in fact, the new stuff I'm working on is all about my kids think I need therapy. What?
That's why I'm on stage.
That's why I'm on stage. And so I thought older people would like me better. And then I started talking about Parkinson's that my mom had. And they said, this is terrible. They didn't like me at all.
Certain jokes get too close to home.
They said, my mother had Parkinson's. I said, well, so did mine. Is that not hilarious?
Yeah, that's where you draw the line.
No, she locked herself in the pantry. Look. We got to laugh or we're going to cry. 100%.
I always love when somebody comes to me after the show and they say, I loved the bit, but this is what bothered me. And
yes,
when they say that, I said, hold on, let me recap this. I had the Jewish joke, the Cologuard joke, the black joke, the gay joke, but the one that dealt with my Puerto Rican girlfriend, that's where we drew the line. I said, I think this might be a you issue and not a me issue because I think you should have been offended by all of it.
So, equal opportunity offender.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yes. Why not?
It sounds like you might be a little racist. I just want to be okay with it. But
oh, man.
I never know. Now, people say weird things to me when I come off stage sometimes because my routine has some weird stuff in it. Now, you have to have a face. Like you're like, oh yeah, thanks for that. What is the most offensive thing somebody's ever said to you that you can't tell me? When you got off stage, you just kind of looked at him and going, like I had one guy say to me, I thought you'd be a little more Jewy. That was the worst thing that hit me. And I was going, well, I'll try next time. I didn't know what to say to the guy.
I'm working on it. I'm working on that. It's usually what I say is I'm working on that. The Parkinson's one threw me because it was such a funny joke about my mom and to me, very touching. And this guy was not having it. He looked up my website, RosaleeMayeux.com, contact button, and sent me a review of the show. Complaining about Parkinson's because, I do make fun of everything, Jeff. I think everything is fair game. If we can't joke about it, what the hell are we doing?
It's hard for me not to screw back with people, though. It really is. Like he would have wrote me a review and I might have written him one.
Yeah. I usually go, oh, man, I'm sorry. We meant to make you laugh, but I don't offer a refund.
No, I get it. Now, you have a new special out on YouTube right now. It's on YouTube, Amazon Prime.
Apple
those aren't easy. It's hard to come up with an hour of material that you can shoot and get done. I mean, how long did that process take you?
I guess about 7 years, I realized that the jokes that I wrote first came in were all about when my kids were little. And I had written Coyote Nights, that was this award-winning short story that received the Columbine Award. They give awards if you don't kill people. And so I did not kill a drug dealer once. And so they gave me an award for that. And so, it's not, if we gave more people awards, Jeff, for self-control and not killing people, look where the world would be.
I'm not sure. I'm not really, I agree on the pacifist concept, but some people, Darwin was right a little bit. Certain people, we shouldn't be spreading certain people's DNA. Like the guy who said to me, I seemed not enough Jewy for him. I don't think he should be passing stuff. But.
This is Jeff. He's very Jewy.
Yeah,
you're gonna love
he's a little Jewy. But I have a comedian friend of mine named Keem Woods. He's gay. He lives in New York. He came out 3 years after he'd been done stand-up. And I told him, I said, how difficult was it for you to not be honest in your routine, not be able to take that piece of your life and be able to put it in your routine? And I notice you talk a lot about that, and people don't realize how important it is to be able to take real moments out of your life and turn it into nonsense, but it comes from a place of honesty.
Absolutely. I was told by the fellow that got me into stand-up, he said, for one of my jokes, I said, I have a new thing. And this was at the Comedy Store in the main room, 300 people. And I said, I'm going to do this joke. And he said, you can't do that. Moms don't talk that way. You can't say that. And I said, I'm telling you, it's going to hit. The producer came out and said, you can't tell that joke. No, but you're going to die in the main room at the Comedy Store. And I said, no, I got this. Because something in it told me there isn't a person here that hasn't experienced this. That's a parent. Everybody's experienced this. Yeah. And the joke is called Bake the Baby. And it was just one night they pushed me too far.
Just one? And
I tell this joke. You remember that terrible story? Was it in New York or Jersey where this lady, or Nevada maybe, drove off a bridge and she had 4 kids in the car? Then that terrible story. But did one of them have colic? Did one of them scream all night?
Yeah.
You can't tell that story. I said, there's not a parent who hasn't thought of this. There's not. Y'all are lucky to be alive for 100%.
It's the sad thing is the truth and the roughness in a joke. Like one of the toughest bits I have, I call it the autistic racist. And it's my son who's autistic, and he just notices people are different. And people come to me after it, they go, did you just call your son an autistic racist? I said, he's a little bit of a racist. It's a little bit. And there's this friend of mine his wife he's a comedian, and his wife never laughs at anything. And after the show, he came up to me and goes, you're not going to believe it. I'm so mad she laughed at your joke. And it's because some things are so dead on that they're true.
Yeah. Yeah. Sarah Silverman tells, I love my toilet paper so much. I like to wipe until I bleed. Remember that joke?
Yeah.
That killed my sons. That took them out. That just destroyed the room in my living room. This woman destroyed them with a toilet paper joke. Sorry, it's true.
It is so strange. Like I'm doing a show at a casino in Michigan tomorrow night, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to be there to see you. Well, trust me, you and the other 6 people are gonna really love this show. No, but she wants to do comedy, and everyone always says to me, "What do you need to do?" I said, "How about just 3 minutes? Just come up with an honest 3 minutes." She goes, "I don't know where it could come from." I said, "Well, you're a mother, right?" "Yeah." I said, "Do you married?" She goes, "No, I'm a single mom." I said, "But their kids are gone." I said, "That's the joke right there. I got rid of my husband and my kids at the same time." The joke is, it writes itself.
Itself.
And
swear to God.
That's where it comes from.
Yeah, it really does. I was up in San Francisco because my oldest had that emergency appendectomy surgery, right?
Yeah.
And so there was one night I was going to have to sleep on the floor of his studio apartment to watch him all night. Listen, do you know San Francisco
tiny
hotels? You can get one for $200, except convention season was starting, and the rooms jumped to $1,000.
It's like Comic-Con in San Diego. Yeah.
I did not know. And so $1,000, my ass. And so he said, I have a camping thing. Do you know that it wasn't electric? Do you know that you blow in a bag?
No.
and start rolling it like this. And by the time we're done, we're laughing so hard at me trying to blow up this damn piece of camping equipment. It does write itself when you've got kids. 100%.
Yeah.
It does.
My daughter is in God, she's in theater school. She's 20. She tells me, Dad, you don't know what it's like to have to be on stage. I do an hour alone, and you're not writing your own material.
Hilarious.
You know, you can't win. You can't win with a kid. No matter what your experiences are. I mean, like just yesterday, I interviewed Andrew McCarthy from her favorite movie, Pretty in Pink. I thought that would give me some street cred. Nothing.
I'm going. If you breathe wrong, Dad, you're making too much. Stop chewing.
Stop.
Oh, you chew loud.
Stop looking. What am I looking at? You're staring in a weird way. I'm not even looking at you and I'm in trouble.
It's true.
Yeah.
I did apologize to them. I said, I'm so sorry. My first material is going to be of you guys when you were kids. I'm so sorry. I'm new.
Yeah.
It's all going to be about you. And they said, oh, Mom, don't worry. If we're ever stand-up comics, it'll all be about you.
Yeah, but you'd have to put down your phone. Okay. You don't want to give them the bad news.
No.
You know, I kind of laugh at it because, you know, when my daughter says something to me, I'm going to go, hey, see this face? That's going to be you. Okay. I'm not going to be here anymore. You're not going to blame me. I'm gone. And you're going to be upset because your daughter said something, the most dumb thing you've ever heard in your life. And you still got to pretend you're the best kid in the world when you're not.
So go pluck your eyebrows and leave me alone.
Yeah, no kidding. I wonder if certain things are going to exist in about 20, 30 years. I mean, books.
Promise you they won't.
Yeah, books.
Promise you they won't.
Yeah. I wonder if stand-up.
I just want those. I want those solar tiles on my roof in California. I want those solar. That's all I want. Is what do they call photovoltaic? You know that word, photovoltaic?
I couldn't. Can I put it in a sentence? Country of origin.
That's all I want before I die. Is I want some photovoltaic tiles on my roof. I think that's Star Wars. I love it. I want those.
I wouldn't mind the flying thing.
The
flying thing would be kind of cool. Where I'm going, God, I'm about a half hour away. I'm there in 10 minutes. I can go with that. Traffic, I could see. You're in California. I don't go to California between the hours of 9 a.m. and 10 p.m. That's the only time.
Listen, it's too bad the Concorde exploded because I really could use it now.
Yeah. Oof. It is weird that you could have a plane that would actually break. You could be in New York from Paris in 3 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't even. You can't get from downtown LA to Disney World in 3 hours.
No, you can't.
No. So,
Anaheim.
It could.
That's where I got my dog. Anaheim.
Really?
The Ghetto Rescue Foundation. Shout out.
What kind? How old is your dog? Did you get one of those dogs that are like 5, 6 years old, or was it like 1, 2, 3?
Well, he was 5 months old, and they named him already before I got him, and his name was Portillo. And I said, "Oh,
we're not doing
this is so cool." He's solid black.
Okay.
Street cred. His name is Portillo. I am not racist, and I'm a white lady walking him. I have it all covered. And then some painters on a rooftop yelled down and said, "Hey, lady, that's a really cute dog. What's his name?" And I said, "Portillo." I looked it up. It means back door. And they said, no. Portillo means little black dog hooker on Hollywood Boulevard. And so I called the place. I said, "Did you name my dog a hooker?" And they said, "Oh, he's from Anaheim." Yes, we did.
Oh, you see, I know when people tell me that very rarely do you keep the dog name from the time you get it. You have this great name for a dog.
How could I give up Portillo?
You could give it up. You could. You know, I had 7 dogs who never wound up with their actual name by the time they were done. You know,
I call him Tio to hide his sex history.
There you go. Because I can't imagine, hey, you scream at the dog when he does something wrong. No, you look like you're the dog's pimp. No.
I am his pimp. I am his pimp. I pimp him out when I'm on the road. The hardest part about on the road is not leaving your kids. It's leaving your dog.
Yes, because your dog cares about you.
That dog has my back.
Yeah. I can't. A dog never says to you, "You've ruined my life." You know,
That's right.
You don't have to worry about the dog smoking weed. The worst thing he does is poop in the house and chew on things.
That's right. That's
No,
right.
you don't have
If
to
we
worry
could just
about him
train the
getting.
kids to do that. Yeah.
I wish. I told my daughter, she's like, she hasn't started dating, and I'm going, and she got mad at me. She goes, "Dad, I know you wish I was gay." I said, "Yes, I would love if you turned out gay. It'd be so easy. I wouldn't have to worry about anything. It'd be like, what's wrong? Oh, Lisa's mad at me. Okay, well, let me talk to Lisa. It'll be okay." You know, very rarely do you get.
You would talk to the girlfriend. You would talk to
Yes.
the wife of the. You would intervene on her behalf.
Forget that. Lisa and I would have drinks. I mean, Lisa would go, "Yeah, your dad's so cool," and then she'd hate me even more. So it's a funny life, but you know, now that you're doing stand up and your kids are going, could you put me in another routine? Could you is there any way I can stay out of your bit? You're going, "No, this is how you're paying me back."
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. When I told them, "Hey, but listen, Jeff, I have nepotism. I didn't know you could get reverse nepotism."
Yeah.
The boys are musicians and they were both on Spotify before my album hit.
What would they call that?
I reverse nepotism. I'm going to ask them for money, but so far they've just told me no. They won't
It's their
money.
job. It's reverse child support. You know, they have to give it to you in the end. You know, I
said, "At what age can I borrow money from you?" And they said, "Not happening. Not."
All you have to start doing is pretending you forget things. What? Well, you call them by the wrong name a couple times. That'll do it. She goes,
I did. I call them Tio. I called them Sarah, the other dog. Yeah. And they've caught it. And they bring it up often.
See, here's the thing. I don't know if my memory's going to crap or I just don't care anymore.
Number 2.
Yeah, I'm rooting for number 2. Now, I was going to mention this
because you just start. Look, there's this much brain space. Yeah. You got to start letting some of the old stuff go because the new information keeps stacking, and we're just going to let that go. Except for the resentments, you got to hold on to those.
Yeah. There's nothing like not forgiving people that just makes your life so much better. People always ask me, "Jeff, you hold a grudge." I don't like hold it. It's just attached to me. It's like Velcro. I'm not grabbing hold of it, but you did some bad stuff. I love when people call you. They go, "Hey, Jeff, 10 years ago I did this and I felt bad. And I just wanted to call and apologize to you."
Oh, those are the alcoholics.
Yeah, no, this is what people go through therapy now for. It's not like they had a regular thing. They were like an a-hole their whole life. It's, an a-holic, an a-holic. That sounds like a good one. And they just think they can get things better, but it could be worse. But let me just say this. Tell me real quick where I can get your special, and I'll give you your life back.
Oh, please. Apple TV, YouTube TV. It's on Amazon Prime. They gave me a list, comedydynamics.com gave me a list of all the places it's streaming. You can hear segments of it on Spotify, and SiriusXM picked it up, and it's everywhere. I'm so proud so many people are liking it. Please listen if you can to Model Mom.
Well, I can't wait to see it too, and look forward to seeing you on the road somewhere.
Thank you. Me too, you, Jeff. Thank you so much.